the program. Welcome, listeners. You are listening to Tea Talk Show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the program. Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning once again, and welcome to another episode on My Health, Your Health. I'm Sanusi Rebecca, and I'm really excited to be on the program today. If you're live with me on the show, please do well to introduce yourself for recognition. That is very, very important. So I'm very happy to have you, irrespective of the country, irrespective of whichever part of the country, Nigeria, that you're joining from. Or what better still, if this is your first time joining me live on the program today, I'm really excited and I'm so happy to have you. Just grab a seat, let's enjoy today's program together. Okay, Damilare Jegede, my name is Damilare. Thank you so much for joining us live on today's program. I'm so happy to have you here, and trust me, you're going to enjoy today's program. Okay, first off, I have an advert here. Glorious Rental Services, they offer rent canopies, tables, chairs, pots of different sizes, cooking gas that are suitable for your ceremony. If you are within Ibadan and its environment and you have a ceremony coming up soon, maybe your birthday, your funeral, sorry, don't let me say your funeral, I'm so sorry about that, naming ceremony, wedding party, do well to contact Glorious Rental Services on this number, +2348107980904. I'll call it again, +2348107980904. You can also contact them on this number, +2348052010297. Okay, MJ Pastor, I'm so happy to have you live on the program today. That's my pastor. I'm so happy to have him. Thanks for joining us live on the program today. Okay, we take a short break now, and my guest, Dr. Timi Ajayi, will be here with me as we discuss the topic eating disorder. Okay, I'll be right back. Just joining us on the program? You are welcome, and you're presently live on Tea Talk Show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the remaining parts of today's program. Are you just joining us on the program? You are welcome, and you're presently live on Tea Talk Show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the remaining parts of today's program. Good morning, listeners. Once again, I welcome you to another episode on My Health, Your Health. Last week was a swell, and this week it's going to be more than last week. Obviously, we're going to be learning a lot, and today we'll be discussing the topic eating disorder, and I'm privileged to have my guest on the program today, Dr. Timi Ajayi. I'm privileged to have him on the program today. Dr. Timi Ajayi, welcome to the program, sir.
Good afternoon, Ma. Thank you so much for having me. Okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, and I would like you to say hello to my listeners out there.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Trust you are doing well, and thank you for being here to listen. And I hope we have an amazing time together.
Okay, thank you so much for that, sir. Okay, we are discussing eating disorder. What exactly is eating disorder? Because some people out there might not really know anything about it, and I would like you to let them know what eating disorder is truly about.
All right. So eating disorder is basically I like to think of them as a state of the mind in a way. It's a psychological condition.
Okay.
Basically, and what makes an eating disorder what it is that those people are usually very, very particular about how they look, their weight, their shape.
Okay.
And so this plays a significant role in how they eat. So they usually have abnormal eating patterns, but it is always related to the fact that they feel some type of way about their weight, their shape, their size, and stuff like that. So that basically is what an eating disorder is. So anything that is related to people feeling somehow about their weight and their size that influences how they eat. is an
Okay.
eating disorder.
Okay. So, listeners, eating disorder is majorly a state of the mind. When people out there, they tend to be very much concerned about how they look, their weight, their shape, and as a result of that, it kind of determine what they eat, and that is why we have people having eating disorder. Okay, sir, are there types of eating disorder, and what's the differences between them? How do we know that okay, oh, this is a particular type of eating disorder, this is another type? What are their differences? How do we know them?
Okay. Yes, there are types of eating disorders. There are quite a number of them. Like I
Okay.
said, is we can call it a mental condition in some way. So there are
Okay.
a few types of it, but I think I would like to major on two particular ones. I'll
Okay.
mention some others, but I like to focus on those two because I think they are the most common. All
Okay,
right. So
good.
we have one practically the most common type of eating disorder is anorexia nervosa. That's
Okay.
the name. It's not exactly English. And then the other type is bulimia nervosa. Bulimia is Bulimia nervosa. All right. So those are like the two most common types of eating disorders that we have. There
Okay.
are a few others. Most others are classified as other types of eating disorders.
Wow.
So, you have like binge eating, like psychogenic vomiting, but we'll not really get into that because almost every other type of eating disorder is somehow related to these two types that we are going to discuss
Discuss.
extensively. It's
Okay.
just that maybe one or two things are not in those ones that
And
that's
the
why they
other
are
one.
not exactly codified as anorexia or bulimia nervosa.
Okay.
So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I get you. You said they are classified as others, like others, because they have
Yes,
characteristics inside that one. It's just that it's just different similar differences, like a little differences. There's something they have that is not included in the one you mentioned earlier. Okay.
exactly. So for anorexia nervosa, and for anorexia basically it's just it refers to not eating as much.
Okay.
So when someone is said to have anorexia nervosa, that person is not eating well. Now, you
Okay.
remember how I explained eating disorders? It's usually related to the person's shape,
State of mind, yeah.
size, weight, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, in this case, the person is not eating
Eating
well
more.
because the person is concerned about his or her weight,
Wait. Okay.
size, or shape,
Okay.
basically. So, in those people, you usually find out that they are usually underweight, almost always underweight, and the their BMI is usually low. BMI is body mass index. That's like the very common index people use to measure if you are your normal weight for
Wait.
your height or
Over
for
your
your
weight.
age and stuff like that. But BMI
Okay.
is calculated as your weight over your height square. That's kilogram. Your weight in kilograms, your height in meters. So
Okay.
and the normal, all of us are expected to be, our normal BMI is expected to be somewhere between 18.5 to 24.9. But in
Okay.
these people, you almost always find that their BMI is less than 18.5
Wow.
because they are very, very concerned about how they look. And so
Mm.
you find these people saying things like, um, I am, people are lying to me about how I look. In this case, you find them, they may be thin, right? And
Okay.
then people are telling them that they are thin,
Mm.
but they feel like they are fat.
Mm. I
Yeah.
get.
So,
Wow.
and that's why I said it's really a mental condition. That's just the truth. Like,
A
it's
state
a
of
state of the
mind.
mind. So
Wow.
the person feels like he or she is actually overweight when he or she is actually underweight.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And so they usually have a very strong desire to be thin. Like they just want to be
See,
very
lepa.
small, and so they don't eat well.
Wow.
Okay. And in women, especially, one very common thing that almost every mental health specialist associates with anorexia in women is that they usually do not see their period.
Mm. Mm.
So almost always the period is absent.
Wow.
And so for these anorexia, there are two types.
Okay.
There is one that is called the restricting type. Okay, and then there's another one that's called the binge eating or the purging type.
Okay.
Right. So the restricting type, these ones, they don't eat a lot at all.
Okay.
And they do not engage in activities that make them purge. I'm going to explain what I mean by that.
Okay.
The second type that is called the binge eating or the purging type, what differentiates these ones is these guys too are very particular about their weight, their shape, their size, and how they look. But these guys have occasions where they just overeat. And that's binge eating basically is like you are eating uncontrollably. You are just eating. You understand, like continuously, and you are eating more than what you should normally eat, more than what when somebody wants to eat like that, more than what the person should eat. So they eat a lot like that for just a short period of time, and once they do that, it's like they feel bad about the fact that they've eaten so much. And because they are still very particular about their weight, they now do things that will make them pass out that food that they ate. So they can induce themselves to vomit. Or they can take things that will make them defecate or urinate, things like that. Just anything that will make them immediately lose or pass out that thing that they have eaten. They engage in those things. And so that's why there are two types. So these ones are the ones that are called the binge eating or the purging type. The other ones, those ones don't have any episode of like eating excessively like that. They just don't eat. They just don't eat at all. They are very particular about their weight and they just don't eat.
Okay. Looking at that, looking at what you just said now. Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, I said looking at what you just said now, we can, like, from all you just said now, we can see some signs already on how to recognize eating disorder patients. Are there other signs that you feel is not included in what you just said? Because you said they might not see their period, they will try to, because of the fact that they eat too much. Okay, because they eat too much and they are also conscious of their weight, they will do things that we want them to pass out what they've eaten. Looking at that, we can say that's a kind of sign to know someone who is passing through this eating disorder illness condition. So are there other signs, like signs that we can use to know someone who is facing this health challenge, this eating disorder issue?
Yes, there are quite a couple of signs. And they are different for the different types. So like I said, in the ladies especially, they usually do not see their period. You also notice like it makes sense to expect that they are usually underweight. So you can see them when you look at them. You can see that these people they have signs of emaciation, something like that. Their growth is not as expected because they are not feeding well. Do you understand? They might have dry skin. Do you get? Now, for those people that induce themselves to vomit, they usually have problems with their teeth and their gums because when you are vomiting, there's acid inside your stomach, so it's like the acid is coming out, and so it damages the gum, the teeth, so you can have decaying gum and teeth and stuff like that.
Wow. That's really huge. Okay, so with what you've said, can we say
eating like when they eat their body? Hello?
Yes, I'm with you. You were saying something.
Yeah, I said because they don't like to eat and because they feel like when they overeat, they're going to gain weight. Because of that as well, every time they eat, they always have this feeling of, they can complain of constipation or bloatedness. And everything is basically just in the state of the mind. It's just in their mind. In the mind of the person. But the person is not aware of that. That's the funny thing.
Wow, that's that's really amazing. Okay, so can we say that eating disorder can